Hello, everyone, and welcome to Pet Health 101. Tonight is going to be a very fun class with all adorableness, right? Who doesn't love talking about their fur babies and want to look at this cute little face here, Pixie, on the screen? So, my name is Sheila Kinsey. I'm a wellness advocate with doTERRA and an advocate with Pet Club 247. So, that's something that's kind of new. We're going to talk about tonight just a whole combination of natural solutions. And ultimately, what we use with our little Yorkie personally in our lives, what we do. So we are going to get into it and we'll kind of jump around and just have a lot of fun. So first off, my experience, obviously, this is Pixie here on the screen. She is a little Yorkie, less than 5 pounds, and she has been my little doe terrier, right, since I got her. So she'll be 3 in May. We've had her about 2.5 years, and she has been introduced and using doTERRA essential oils from day one, right away from the beginning. And here are just some fun things that we've done that we use regularly, or every time I leave the house, I diffuse Serenity. We use Copaiba every time we ride the motorcycle. Yes, she's our little Harley dog and goes with on the trips. I've made lots of DIY things. If it's in between the groomer and she needs a bath at home, I make my own shampoo with lavender and Roman chamomile. If she has any little bumps or lumps going on, I'll make up a roller for that. Or urinary support, we went through a natural perfume, right? She goes to the groomer, but I make sure that they don't put any of their colognes, their sprays on her because I don't know what's in them. And a lot of the times it's going to be synthetic fragrances, and we don't do that. So here we are going to look at a lot of the products we're going to know and I can help you get, and other ones are just what we use and works. So I am not, keeping anything secret or hiding anything. If we found something that works, I want to share it, right? We ultimately want the best for your pets to keep them as happy and healthy for as long as possible. So we'll talk about the supplements that she uses that are both doTERRA, that are both Pet Club, and then some other things. We talk about her food and the raw diet, some treats and chews and natural all around things that way. So tonight we're going to talk about essential oil safety, just general tips, her diet, supplements, those kinds of things, toxic-free living. That is huge for everyone and everything. And then just ultimately that natural support for pets. And keep in mind that as we go through this, everything that we use for our pets, we can use for ourselves, and most likely vice versa. So if we're talking about this and you hear, ooh, immune support, or ooh, respiratory support, digestive, whatever it is, know that we have solutions for you as well. So did you know that the foods, treats, toys that we are giving our pets every day might be what is making them sick? And a lot of what we do is just lack of knowing, and it's okay. We try to do the best that we can and maybe just don't know, right? We don't know what we don't know. So as long as we are trying to move forward, we're trying to learn, we're doing our homework and research, we're attending classes like this, we're open to alternative options, you're in the right place. So more pets every year are having more and more issues. You can see all of those on the screen, and they're just going to be a small little tidbit of that. So growing up, for most of us, our dogs, our pets, our animals lived a heck of a lot longer than they do today. We didn't have pets with diabetes and those kinds of issues. Those weren't things that existed, right? When we were 20 years ago, 30 years ago. It's today and what is being put in their food and what is being taken out of their food, the nutrients and deficiencies that there are. Also, when we look at the screen and those scary numbers there, pet companies, pet food companies, they are going to skip corners, right? They're going to do as little for as much money as they can get because 70% of households have pets and they're spending over $120 a month on them. That industry is $124 billion a year, and these pet companies want their cut, right? They are not concerned about producing the best and educating and supporting and making sure that their pets are healthy with the products that they produce. They just want a piece of that pie, right? So tonight we're going to learn some natural ways that we can do that with companies that actually care. That's why we're here. That's why I'm an advocate for those. So as this pet industry continues to grow, we watch our pets suffer and suffer, and we are tired of it. So we're on a mission to keep our best friends around longer and change the way that pets and their parents are being treated. So most pet parents are not nutritionists. If you are interested in that, we have essential oil certifications, we have pet nutritionist certifications. So that is something that if you really want to go down that route, it is affordable and totally accessible to you. And we have those pet nutritionists on our team. So you can always send us your dog food that you're using, and we can have one of our professionals go over that and chat with you about it. Because even though it says the best on the bag doesn't mean that it might be. So there we can just see some tips for when you are shopping for your pets and just some of those things to look for. And as we go through this tonight, you're welcome to take screenshots, pictures, whatever it is to refer back to, and make sure that you have that list of no sugars, no chemicals, no byproducts, right? Ugh, you want made in the USA, all of those things that are on there. So we are going to look at a little bit, this is kind of just that tidbit of what we're going to go back to, those 3 reasons why natural support is crucial for pets. So our pets' immune systems are weakened, lack of minerals in their diets, and our pets have poor nutrition. So those are the things that we're going to come back to. But first off, we're going to take a look at our essential oils for animals and really delve into that. So if you have not already been to the basics class, the essential oils made simple, that is step 1. Reach out to who invited you to this or sent you this recording, me, whoever it is, and say, hey, I need to attend an intro class. We'll find you one in person, online, or send you a recording. But this is where you're going to learn the basics and benefits of why we use doTERRA and the safety of essential oils, the effectiveness of them, and affordability, right? Who doesn't want to get the most bang for their buck? And when we talk about doTERRA and why purity matters, I love this quote here by the famous veterinarian that I hope to make people realize how totally helpless animals are, how dependent on us, trusting as a child must that we will be kind and take care of their needs. And I just love these pictures because our little girl is the most trusting, sweetest, kindest, loving little creature that we've ever encountered. And just, it warms my heart every time I think about it and my responsibility for being her pet mama. So here are 3 ways then, back to the basics of what we can do with doTERRA essential oils, how we can use them. And we're going to go over these tonight also, how we can use them with pets, aromatically, topically, and internally. Before we dive in though, we need to take a look at what we have lurking in our homes. So we can go down the route of using essential oils and natural products and doing these things foundationally, which is awesome. That's huge. That's what we need to do. But if we're still using candles and synthetic fragrances and plugins and these chemically packed cleaning products, all of these things are going to be not only poisoning ourselves, but our pets. So that's something that we need to think about, along with going down this route of a wellness journey, natural solutions, natural healing. We need to think about what we're cleaning our floors with that our pets are walking on and getting on our paws, what we're washing our bedding in or their bedding, right, that they're going to be sleeping on. Those are the things that we need to be really taking a look at and ditch toxins where we can, which is a lot easier to do than you think. Just using a diffuser in the home versus synthetic fragrances is an easy step. Switching to nice natural DIY or good cleaning products that doTERRA has would be a good way to do that as well. So that's definitely something we can talk about. This here, this little plug-in guy is one of my favorite things. It's a nice diffuser, so you can ditch those synthetic fragrance ones and just use pure essential oil. So who and what to believe? So I am not a vet. I will say that I'm not a vet. I'm not a doctor. My background's education, not medicine, but I research a lot. Okay, I am the crazy dog mom, obsessed with my little baby. So I go down the rabbit hole with things that I can to make sure we are giving her the best, the safest, not just kind of that fake best, right? Just because it says it on the bag. we want to actually check the ingredients. We use all things as natural as we can for her. Therefore, she's actually kind of a pet snob at this point because she has not had chemicals and synthetic junk, right? Those fillers and those kinds of things. So if she has a treat that's, maybe she's trying new or someone gave her without asking or whatever, sometimes she won't eat it because, ew, that's not the good stuff. So the facts. So we're just going to look very quickly through this. You go ahead and read it too. But essential oils seldom have side effects when used properly. So we usually get side benefits, right? We usually get results. There's no side effects. There's no addictions. There's nothing like that that comes with them. Many products on the market today use essential oils. It's just whether or not they are pure. So don't let those things fool you. Purity matters, and less is more, right? We're going to use common sense. We do not need to put a whole lot of oils, in our diffuser or on our pet or on ourselves, whatever it is. One drop is usually more than enough. And you want to know your pet, right? The species, age, size, health, mannerisms, all of those things are going to help determine which essential oils to use and their reactions to them. So you want to read their reaction. That's going to be the first initial thing when using essential oils, and just always make it a positive experience. So dogs and cats have 200 to 300 million olfactory receptors, where humans only have 5 to 6 million. So their sense of smell is way, way, way higher than humans. So when we talk about only using a little bit, that it goes even more for our pets. So instead of taking the top off and putting the bottle right in their face, a lot of times we can just untwist the top, and that's enough for them to get the aroma and get the smell that way. So let's talk about diffusing. This is one of the ways that we can use our oils aromatically. So just twist that top off, let them smell from the bottle. That's one way. And another way is with diffusing. People ask me all the time, or more or less tell me all the time, that no, I don't use oils anymore since I got my, fill in the blank, dog, cat, bird, whatever it is. And that is such a sad misconception, because you totally can use doTERRA essential oils aromatically, topically, most internally with our pets. So you just want to use a water-based diffuser. That means it's going to create that mist, come out, put it in a place where your pet can't knock it over. Make sure your pet can leave their room. You're never going to lock them in there with it. Put it on the intermittent setting so it runs for a little bit, then turns off. And just make sure there's good ventilation. If you notice your pet leaves the room every time you diffuse a certain thing, obviously they don't like that. Or if they are having maybe a reaction, maybe they're getting very lethargic, right? When you're diffusing something, turn off the diffuser, open the windows, air it out. It's okay. Very rarely do you need to go running to the vet for something like that. Applying topically is a great way to use our essential oils, and that ultimately can be done as long as you are diluting. So you want to make sure that you heavily dilute every single time you use essential oils with your pets. A carrier oil like fractionated coconut oil is my favorite. We learned about that in our intro class, and you're going to apply to a small area, right? Put it in your palms, put your essential oil in there, rub it together, and apply. Test kind of out that small area first, but ultimately you can pretty much apply it to the area of concern. So if they're having tummy trouble, or maybe they vomited or diarrhea, something like that, you can apply it right to their tummy. Or you can just pet them, right? Pet down the spine. That's a great way. You can put it on their paws. That's another good way to do it. One thing that we need to pay attention to, the difference between cats and any other animal, is that cats are a lot more finicky, I guess we'll say. So when applying topically to your cats, you're going to put it in your palms first, really let that oil absorb before putting it on your cat. So they're still getting the benefits of it, just not as much. You're extra diluting it by letting it absorb into you. And ultimately, it's more effective to use smaller, more frequent doses than using more drops at a time. So a lot of the times we want to be consistent versus the amount. So where to apply, we kind of talked about that. Put on the affected area, like right on the tummy. Place the oil in your palm, do head to toe, pet them that way. Have them smell the oil from your palms, maybe even lick it off, depending what the oil is. Just make sure that you always dilute. You are never going to put oils in a sensitive spot like their eyes, nose, ears, genitals, anything like that. And you want to be cautious with dogs with floppy ears. Like a basset hound, you could apply to the tips of the ears for dogs, but those floppy eared ones, you don't want to make sure that they don't flap around and get in the eye that way. So we just always want to use caution, use common sense, and ultimately it's not as scary as you may think. You want to use these incredible gifts of the earth, or incredible gifts of the earth, to benefit your pets. So here is just a good dilution rate. So snap a picture of this, applying topically. There we can see the places that we can, and then how to dilute for them. So dogs, cats, horses, livestock, those are the common ones. But even with pocket pets, so guinea pigs, hamsters, I wish I knew about oils when I had my sugar glider, right? My little pocket pet. Birds, even people talk about them with reptiles and turtles, and we can use oils with pretty much everything. It's just a matter of doing your research first. So here is my favorite way, one of my favorite ways, I guess, to use essential oils with animals. So here we talk about diluting. So here's that bottle of fractionated coconut oil. You're going to use that first and then add the essential oil to it. Or grab these rollers that are pre-diluted. So here's some of those oils, and they are literally in a little roll bottle. You twist the top off, and it's a metal little roller that you can roll into your palms and then apply to your pet. So instead of rolling it right onto your pet and then getting hair and dirt and whatever in it, contaminating it that way, you can roll it on your palms and then pet them. And then also here is the kids collection. That is a great way to get a variety of those oils pre-diluted with nice, sensitive, gentle oils in it. So that's something that we can look at. So when we talk about internal use, so as a precaution, if you are nervous, just don't do it. You don't have to until you learn more and get more comfortable with it. But as long as there is a supplement facts label on the bottle on the doTERRA bottle, which many of our oils do have, you can give that to your pet internally. So some great ones that we do is lemon in their water, or Digest-Zen, the digestion blend in the water, or internally to help with stomach, discomfort that way. Copaiba is a great one for internal use for calming. We'll see a little bit later how I use that with Pixie's treats so that we can give them to her and get the internal benefits that way. Oh, let's see. We do have capsules. We're going to look at those in a minute too, that you can give to larger animals. So Pixie Girl, right, less than 5 pounds. I do not give her any whole capsules. I break them open. We'll talk about that a little bit. But for your big animals, your big livestock, big dogs, whatever it is, you can actually give them capsules to take if you can get them to swallow. A good way to get internal use too is to mix it with the food. So if you give them wet food, that's a great way to mix the oil in, mix it up, let them take it. You can place a drop on your finger, wait till it's mostly dry, and then rub it on their gums. That residue, rub it on their gums. And 1 drop of essential oil per 2 cups drinking water. That's not recommended for cats. So that's one kind of little tidbit too, is that for cats, topical application will result in internal use due to their grooming practices. So everything you put, so when I say cats are a little more finicky, because everything you put on them topically has to be internal because they're going to be licking and grooming themselves. So just keep that in mind if you're putting oils on paws or anything like that. Just some extra safety things. And here, take a screenshot of this. We're just going to look very, very quickly at some do's and don'ts. Just because safety is key, we want to make sure everyone and everything is being safe. Do only use doTERRA essential oils. Do dilute oils prior to topical application. When in doubt, dilute. It's not going to hurt anything by diluting. Even having long hair or shaggy hair in general, it will travel down the hair follicles, get where it needs to go, and you can really massage it in. Your pet will love it. It'll be a nice massage getting, down to the skin. Let's see. You need to know your pet's health status, any medications that they're taking. You can, of course, always consult your vet. Keep in mind that there are many out there that are not holistically open-minded. So that doesn't mean to just, shut the door on this. Maybe you need a new vet. Maybe you need to, talk to some more people. Maybe you need to explore your options. So just keep that in mind as well. Observe your pet's behavior. Use caution with pregnant, nursing, or young animals. For puppies, kittens, they're going to have a little bit different set of oils. Use a water diffuser. And yeah, you can, of course, obviously contact your vet. And then there we have our don't side. So don't use oils on the nose, ears, eyes, any sensitive areas like that. Don't use water to remove an essential oil. So if for some reason your pet or yourself in general, we learned this in the basics class, if there is an irritation and you start to panic, do not throw them in the bath or, grab the water hose outside. Do not try and rinse it off with water. It will not work. Water and oil do not mix. It will drive the oil deeper into the skin. So you want to dilute with your carrier oil, right? Grab your fractionated coconut oil, which you should have already used to dilute, and you're just going to dilute it more, right? You can always add more carrier oil. You don't need to apply large amounts of essential oil at a time. Don't use essential oils at a time of any other topical medication. So like dermal patches, or if you're still using, oh gosh, what are the flea and tick stuff? If you haven't switched to doTERRA solutions for that, just be cautious of the things that are already being put on them in that transition period. Do not give your pet any products containing xylitol. So that is a sugar that is going to be very, very deadly, fatal, dangerous for them. So the doTERRA toothpaste is incredible for us. Do not give to your pet. Or the beadlets, maybe, give them a little, breath freshener. Do not do it. Don't give them anything with xylitol in it. And don't panic, right? Do not panic if there's a skin irritation or any kind of adverse reaction. Most will resolve within 24 hours. If there is an emergency, call me, call your vet. But yeah, don't panic. We can usually come up with a solution before you need a vet or panic goes too far. So here is just a suggested dog care kit. It's kind of that fun, oh, here's some top oils, here's a supplement, but ultimately we're going to work together. So whatever pet that you have, if you have a dog, cat, horse, whatever, you're going to reach out to me and say, hey, this is what I'm looking for my pet, and we're going to build a kit for you. So this is very much just a sample thing. Here are going to be the top supplements and oils for dogs that I love and recommend to anyone getting started. Terrazyme, these digestive enzymes, that is what we use with our dog morning and night. So like I said, she's very tiny. We don't give her the capsule to take. I open it up and sprinkle about a third of it, quarter of it on her food morning and night. And we do her raw food for this. So it's a nice kind of liquidy, literally raw meat that we mix this into. The E-Omega, we did have a kid's liquid omega, which made it nice and easy to give to our pets. We no longer have that because these capsules are amazing to just give them. If they are nice big dogs, you can give them these capsules, or you can pop them, squeeze the oil out that way. A great way to get their omegas. The PB Restore, they can absolutely take if they are big enough to swallow and take that. Same with these other capsules. We're going to look at even some more on the next slides. So here when we talk about, so copaiba was an oil that I just had on there. And a lot of people say, oh, well, I use CBD with my pet. That's okay, as long as it's tested and pure and there's nothing added to anything like that. But copaiba is something that is a great alternative to CBD. It is much less, it's way inexpensive. It's 100% drug-free. It's from a plant in Brazil. There's no CBD in it whatsoever. And we know that it has the testing for safety. There's no fillers, there's no synthetics, there's nothing in it that shouldn't be there, right? It's incredible for healthy cell function, immune function, circulatory health, inflammation, mental support. It is an all-around go-to for body and mind. Here are some other capsules that your larger pets can take. So Serenity is the restful complex. So that is going to be great for calming. I take it for bedtime. I take it for sleeping. Same with Adaptive. Adaptive is the calming blend. I'll take a Serenity, an Adaptive, and Copaiba, those capsules at nighttime to put me to sleep, basically help me sleep and promote that restfulness. So those are things that your large dogs, if they need that extra calming, are some solutions that we could try. Or here when we talk about seasonal threats, the extra itching and watery eyes and those things that we get also during as the seasons change, our pets do as well, whether it's environmental or it's digestive, something going on from their gut creating these symptoms. But try Ease is the seasonal blend. It's lavender, lemon, and peppermint. So that is going to help with any of those seasonal threats that your pets are going through, your large dogs. So here's a sample cat care kit. So you see on there that there are a few more of the kids collection oil rollers. That's just because cats, like we said, they're a little more finicky and they need a little bit more attention and research, which is okay. I totally got you, but just some sample ones there. So here we see kind of why cats are a little different, and that's because they metabolize and excrete things differently than other animals, right? They don't have the liver enzymes that allow them to break down chemicals as effectively. So that's something that we need to pay attention to. And they don't really like those strong odors. So we need to be more cautious, dilute heavily, avoid certain oils. There is a whole list right there. Take a screenshot of this if you have cats. Whole screenshot of oils not to use with your cats. The list for dogs is way, way smaller, almost non-existent. So here we talk about oils that are safe for cats, and we want to make sure that we are heavily, heavily diluting. So again, we're only using doTERRA, those CPTG, certified pure tested grade oils, and 1 drop for every 50 drops of carrier oil. So they need extra, extra dilution. Here is a sample horse care kit. Or really any livestock animal, I guess. But this is going to help support digestive health. I know that that is huge for horses. Any wound care, we see they are very accident prone. They will find something to get into no matter what. Fly control, pest control, things like that. So here we have lots of DIY options for so many things, for so many pets, so many solutions. But a natural fly spray is a great way to go. You're not spraying all those chemicals on your horse. You're not going to have them break out in a rash or anything. We've seen that with these store-bought synthetic fly sprays. Terra Shield is a great way to be that repellent. The After Sun spray, I love showing this because it has such powerhouse healing oils in it, and it comes out in a nice misty spray, so you can get to large wounds, large areas, and give them the support they need that way. And then of course Correctex, another great wound healing, kind of like a Neosporin. It's like a salve, just nice natural. Here's another one. Take a screenshot of this, just getting into the body systems. And we have lots of resources out there. We're going to see that on the next screen. So get your picture in of this one and just see what items you need to focus on for your pets. So here we have those resources. The Animal Desk reference, that one is a big old textbook almost that goes over everything. I love the Essential Oils for Pets guidebook. That's by Dr. Janet Rourke. She does have a Facebook group, a paid for community that she does. She is our essential oil vet. So she has a lot of good resources out there for free, and then part of the community and subscription. And then Spoil Your Pet is another one that I have that has just DIYs and recipes and the body systems, all those kinds of things. So if you are brand new, you want to get started, we are going to work together and simply choose a starter bundle for you. So we have pre-made ones. If that's relevant to you and your home and lifestyle, great. If not, especially talking about pets, we're going to piece together the things specific to your animal, specific to your needs, and go that way. So as long as you are going through a wellness advocate like myself, or the consultant on our team that invited you to this or shared this recording with you, you're going to get 25% discount. For the entire first year, you're going to get that totally free. We have new member perks. There's all kinds of goodies that come along with that and plugged into our education and support and all that. So scan the QR code, get started that way. So here we just talk about those perks. Ultimately, it's the best savings. Get you your oils, pure products with support on your journey. And we have our rewards program, which helps you earn an extra percentage off and points back and all the goodness that way. But that's something we talk about in your second enrollment, basically your membership overview. So those of you that are customers, you have a refer a friend link, which means that you talk to all your other dog parents out, your pet parents out there, and share your experiences and the results that you're getting, and you give them your link so they order, and you get 20% account credit, doTERRA dollars, for them ordering. It's a nice referral for you. So here, let's take a look then back to the beginning, those 3 reasons why natural support is crucial for our pets. And we learned that with essential oils, natural products that way. We're going to continue on down that natural route and just ultimately get all of the options out there that I personally have experience with. That's why I'm here talking to you about it. I'm very passionate about this and want to help your fur babies as well. So number 1, our pets' immune systems are weakened. So we can see all those issues there about having a weakened immune system. So same thing with us. Just like our health stems from our gut and our immune system, our pets are no different, right? The pet's immune system is their best veterinarian. So if something is going on there, they'll let us know. So immune supporting mushrooms, the Coriolus Versicolor mushroom modulates the immune system to optimal levels. So I got started with this when I say that the pet club I started in May, I think it was last year, which I've had Pixie, right? She adopted us 2.5 years ago. And she was so tiny. She was what, 2.6 pounds when we got her. She was so tiny that I was so worried about her teeny little immune system. We didn't go to the dog parks. We weren't around other animals. It was my job to help keep her safe, and her immune system was a big part of that for me. So a local spot here in town, they had a workshop to teach us about this magic mushroom, this Coriolus Versicolor mushroom, and all the incredible solutions and products and support that came with it. Where this summer then, I finally jumped on board and said, I need to be sharing this like I do my oils. So here we are. So the mushroom, there are over 400 published animal and human trials and studies out there. And those articles are linked to the third-party studies. So if you are interested in learning more, you can message me and be like, hey, I need to learn about this one. And I can send you those studies and stories and testimonies, all the things that way. Okay, so when we talk about the mushrooms, Mush Puppies is the simplest way that you can give your dog this immune support. Pixie Girl is teeny tiny, so these biscuits, they're about the size of $50 maybe. So hers, I try and break in half, break in thirds, whatever it is. She only gets little chunks of it. If I give her these, I have other options to give her the mushrooms that work better for us. Those of you with your big dogs, give them a biscuit a day, get that immune support, that Coriolus Versicolor mushroom into their systems, and you are good to go. What we like to do, and those of you with older dogs, maybe they have they're starting to lose their teeth, or they have gum issues, stuff going on in the mouth, this is a good option for dogs and for cats. It is a special sauce, which is like a gravy, and this I give Pixie Girl every morning. So in with her wet food, she gets a little squirt, a little dollop of her special sauce for her immune support. It has that glucosamine, carotene, chondroitin for hip and joint health, vitamins, minerals, antioxidants. It helps her coat and organs and skin. So that's something that is a good way to get her immune support in being such a teeny little thing. So this is an option too. Do one, either, or both. Mojo's, this is another way that we give Pixie her immune support. She gets one of these a day. It is beef liver, like literally what the ingredients are: beef liver and the Coriolus, the mushroom. So it is literally just pure ingredients, freeze-dried beef liver. She gets one of those a day. They are pretty rich, but depending how your dog reacts to them, it could be just a food topper, a training reward, or a treat, depending how they do with them, if it's one a day or multiple. So this is something that we now have doubled up for Pixie. So special sauce and Mojo, she's getting that immune support double dose throughout her day. We also have this then for horses or very, very large dogs. So mush ponies is the same kind of thing, getting that Coriolus versicolor mushroom for immune support into your horses. So this is an absolute must for having any horses in general, let alone ones for athleticism, I guess, if you are competing, anything like that, or traveling to lots of different places, whatever it is, you need to be giving your horses that same immune support. We also have it then for humans. We have our mushroom support with lots of different ones. We have the shiitake mushroom, the lion's mane, the Coriolus versicolor. There's different blends and benefits of each mushroom in human capsules then as well, just like we do with doTERRA, right? Essential oils for pets, people, mushroom therapy for pets and people. So let's take a look at number 2, and that is that our pets have a lack of minerals in their diets. So this causes a lot of issues. We can see those on the screen. So does your dog like to chew on rocks and wood and grass or dirt? So that's something that we used to, growing up, when your dog's chewing on grass or eating grass, oh, their stomach must be upset or whatever that is. Old wives' tale. Their body's craving minerals, right? They're craving something in that grass, in the dirt, that their body needs. So when we can supplement that with antler, with deer and elk antler, so that is a great way to get those minerals. It's going to help with the teeth and coat, joints, organs. There's no animals harmed in doing this. They naturally shed their antlers every year. This isn't, don't come at me because you don't know. This is a great way to get those minerals into your dog's body, into their routine. So that is something that let's take a look at here. So we can use different options. We have those antler splits. So that's what we use with Pixie Girl. They come in small size and large size. That just means that they're already opened up. So the inside of the antler is exposed. For bigger dogs, tough chewers, those kinds of thing. Maybe you want the solid, those different sizes. They have them then for cats as well, in natural ropes and chews, which we're going to look at next and why that's so important. And then also for the dogs with the natural hemp ropes and the antler on there. So who has ever seen something like this before, right? Your dogs get their toys and they just destroy them. We may think that it's, oh, that's funny, they just love their toys, ha ha ha, until we actually pay attention and think about all the things then that they're ingesting, right? So when we think about those kinds of things and all the stuff that they are ingesting that they shouldn't be, not just, people food and table scraps and bones, or getting into the trash after Thanksgiving dinner, or whatever it is, the toys and chews that you're giving them play a big part in their health as well. So just keep a mindful eye on that. If they are destroying their toys and eating the fabric and fuzz and insides, we need to come up with different safer alternative options. So Pixie Girl is so little that she's not destroying her chews. Her little toys are her babies. She just carries them around. If she ever gets to the point of chewing, that's when we make sure that she has her antlers split and her natural chews that we're going to see later on. But here we see this is the deadliest chew toy. So we've all heard about rawhide and those kinds of synthetic, that's basically all they are anymore, that glue and gunk that gets stuck in their stomach. And a lot of them, they're adding dye to it, like to enhance it with that fake color. I don't know why. It's all very, very gross. You can give natural options instead of the fake stuff. So it's just a matter of learning. So here, when we talk about the biscuits and just nice, easily giving them those minerals from the antlers, we have Bucky Bites, same kind of thing. It's a little biscuit that you can give them once a day as needed, so that they're getting the antler powder for their heart, kidney support, hips and joints, minerals into their bodies. And then number 3, our pets have poor nutrition. So this is one of the biggest parts of pet health, not just for us and humans and focusing on nutrition, but for our pets majorly as well. We can see the issues are just some there on the long list of issues that come with using lower end brands with animal byproducts and GMO fillers and those kinds of things. So here is actually a video. You can go to YouTube, look it up, 13 worst pet foods of the year. And it is amazing to see the list that's on here. So this was quite an eye-opening thing for me because Pixie, we started out giving her Fresh Pet, right? I didn't know, and it was in the refrigerator section, and it's natural, it's meat and vegetables, and it's got to be good, right? The ingredients, make it sound like it's good. And she was sick all the time. She would vomit a yellow, foamy bile. She had acid reflux. She was itching like crazy. And it wasn't until I really started doing research about diet and the dangers of Fresh Pet, and gone to this workshop to learn about natural kibble and things from this pet club that we actually switched. So on here, so the 13 worst pet foods of the year, you probably wouldn't even maybe guess, like the Royal Canin, Purina One, Beneful, Iams, Pedigree, Ol Roy, those big name brands is just crazy. So can you even guess the number 1 worst pet food of the year on this list? I don't overly want to give it away because you should totally go watch the video, but it is Hills. So that is Who Makes Science diet. Lots of canned dog food, those kinds of things. But it had the largest recall of the year with like 13.5 million cans of pet food that was recalled for an excessive amount of vitamin D, and literally resulted in the deaths of hundreds, if not thousands, of pets. So not only is it causing, minor issues of itching or in tummy troubles, but it's literally killing them. So the Fresh Pet has mold in it. I mean, go down that rabbit hole. It's amazing. So we want to focus on natural whole foods. Those should be no preservatives, right? We want smaller bags to maintain the freshness. So honestly, for Pixie, she's so little, we get the big bag, split it up into 1-pound bags, and then freeze it, right? We airtight it and then freeze it so that she gets the most bang for her buck. Those of you with the big dogs, yeah, go through that bag, but can work smarter, not harder, right? We want the most bang for our bucks, and as long as it's not going bad, we're not letting the air into it, it's going to stay good. So we want no carcinogens. We want it baked at low temperatures, and no animal byproducts. So only those clean meat sources, no sugars, no chemicals, no fillers, and no worries, right? So just keep that in mind when you are focusing on what kind of pet food. So here we have the Sequoia is the brand that we use. There's dry and canned food, and we use this green one right here in the middle. It is the grain-free one. And Pixie does not gorge, so she can free feed. We have her little bowl of this kibble out 24/7. And in the morning at like 4:30 when we get up to, send her daddy off to work, she'll eat a little bit then, or maybe even in the evening before bed, mid-afternoon, because we ultimately feed her a raw diet. So this is kind of just a supplemental habit. If she's hungry, she can eat. She doesn't gorge it. And I know that she's getting a natural, good, whole food. So another really good one that you can always try and take a look at is the freeze-dried option. That is, gosh, one of the best things that you can do, and just see the transition period, how your pet likes it, can blend it in with the other foods that you are doing, and transition out. So that's a great way to do it. Unfortunately, Pixie did not take to it. So we only tried the one bag and then kind of ruled that out. But definitely worth trying for you and your pet. If they like it and works, then it is going to be such a good food, natural, whole food for them. So getting started in that route is the same kind of thing. We basically do a little bundle. They have little kits, which we can do on an auto ship, which is the best way to do it for free shipping and all those kinds of things. Can cancel anytime, change it, kind of like our doTERRA rewards program, just so you know then that you're getting your products every month, or can just order it and whatever, we'll talk. But there are different kits that way. So here, for example, is a dog kit. In the middle, there's a cat kit. And then even for people. So we have mushroom therapy for humans. We have the supplements. We have coffee and kids vitamins, cookies, lots of different things that way too. So this is something, again, that we would talk and piece together your needs and just order the things that you need. So now we are going to spend just a little bit kind of quickly going through this stuff, just because it's the extras of things that we do or people ask about, those most popular topics people wonder about, and those things that we found to work with Pixie, because that is another thing people ask all the time. Well, what do you do with your little Yorkie? So that's something I'm going to share. So here, fireworks are such a big time of year for pets, and we need to make sure that they are supported the best way that we can. And we have lots of tips and tricks to do that with, going on a long walk beforehand and giving them, a fun special chew and all those things. But ultimately, we can support them with essential oils and with another biscuit that we're going to see here next from the Pet Club option. But Serenity, that's going to be a great one to get internally, along with a lot of essential oils. We diffuse them, we apply topically. But one of my favorite things to do is this copaiba. So I said that I was going to mention that a little bit later. So here we see it again, is copaiba is such an incredible calming one. So it's like that CBD alternative, but better. So what I like to do with this is take their natural treat, right? Take their mush puppy, and you can take that big old bottle and just put a drop right on your biscuit, give them to your dog, and watch them just relax. I have these little sample vials there because they have a smaller orifice reducer. So instead of getting a full drop, you'll get about a quarter size drop out of it. So for Pixie Girl, for a little one, that's a better alternative to monitor the amount of oil that they're getting. So you can just take that little one, turn it over, tap it on the back and put it on their teeny treat and give it to them that way. So the same concept, just with different sizes. And then of course we have all of our natural DIY, make your own treats and all the things. So here is that option for calming support. So Chill Doggies is a relatively new product that we have. It's not just for calming, it is a dietary supplement too, but it is with a nice calming blend of natural ingredients. So passion flower, catnip, lemon balm, The star of the show is lion's mane mushroom. That's going to be for cognitive and nerve support. Great for just any stressful situation, nervousness. It's a great way to soothe your pet's worries. So this is something that you could do, and you're just going to monitor and see how things go. If your pet needs extra support, you could put a drop of copaiba here on the chill doggy. Try it that way. Those of you that are the pet club customers, you can still order these CBD biscuits and treats. That's something that we can talk about. If you have been doing them with your pets, they respond well. There are still options for that. If you never have, you don't need to start. Go this route, go the essential oil route, and get similar, if not better, results. So here is something that they always get asked about too, and that is the bug repellent. So ticks are huge, especially Midwest. I'm coming to you live from the desert, so we don't have a lot of, we have no mosquitoes. We rarely have flies, no ticks, nothing like that. But this is something that's very important for dogs, horses, those things all over the country. So take some screenshots of that. This is another one that is huge. This is what I do the most protocols on. So we work one-on-one with people and come up with the specific protocol for your pet, for their size, what to do. Order this. This is how you do it. This is how you use it. And really get results that way. So it's not really a one and done thing. Ultimately, we want to work on digestive health. Same thing for humans, our pets. We need to do that digestive health to get to the root cause of things. But we could also do paw soaks, right? If you have yeasty paws, focus on the diet, right? Most likely it's going to be a diet thing that is causing any of those itching and stuff like that, those symptoms. If it's not environmental, right? If you're not outside grass and that kind of stuff. But every time they come inside, you can wipe them down. That's a good way to help with that. But ultimately, we're going to look at the diet of things. So just very quickly, some favorite recipes. We have dog recipes and some extra stuff that we do have. We have mutt mints. I was putting the toothpaste recipe up here and remembered that, oh yeah, we have nice, easy mutt mints. Same thing, biscuits, kind of give it that minty little bit to freshen your pet's breath. And then a pet balm. So I did just make my own natural pet balm with essential oils before they came out with this. So just another easier option to do things if you're not much of a DIYer. Here we have our top cat recipes. Take a look at that picture, screenshot. And then lastly, we have our top horse recipes. That fly spray is a huge one. And then here, the rest of it is going to be sharing personally and extra what we do in combination with our essential oils, with our mushroom therapy, just everything all together that I'm not an advocate for. I don't know. This is what we use. I can't sell it to you, but good luck going and getting it. Here's how you can. So just sharing the tips and tricks of things that work. So DAR ones, I actually do. I guess I spoke too soon. I do have a code that I can help you get discount there on your first order. Ultimately, everything you do with me, go to pethealthandhappiness.com. So it was that QR code. You can go back to that. But pethealthandhappiness.com is going to be the best place to go and get your essential oils, get your mushroom therapy, get your raw diet, all of it together in one place. Yeah, it's a good starting point along with contacting me to help you get started. But Darwin's is the raw diet that we use. So there's lots out there. I see them at the grooming shop and the grocery store and all that. Be careful. That's where I got in trouble with Fresh Pet. So just make sure that you do the research on that. And Darwin's is literally raw meat. It is raw beef, chicken, turkey, lamb, duck, whatever nutrients your pet needs is going to be a good way to decide the meat that you pick. But it is literally raw meat. It comes frozen. You thaw it out. and it is based upon your pet and their size, about how much that you get. And it's a nice guided transitional period, a one-on-one consult with Darwin's, that whole thing. But incredible benefits is getting back to the basics of what your pet needs, right? Just innately as an animal and a carnivore. So that's something to definitely look into, along with that nice natural kibble or the freeze dried. We're going to look at diet first. That's huge. Here is another vitamin that we do. It is from New Vet Plus, and it's just a wafer. Pixie is so little, I literally take that wafer about the size of a quarter, I cut it into quarters, and she gets one in the morning after breakfast and one in the evening after dinner. So big dogs, just give them one a day, call it good, but it's just extra immune support, combat free radicals, all those kinds of things, just kind of help their little bodies run smoothly. Probiotic, so this is the one that we use just because Pixie's so little. If she could take the PB Restore, she would be, right? doTERRA is the best. Do that for yourself, for your pet, if your pet will take it, big enough to take it, so qualify for it or whatever. Do that. But if not, probiotics are still good. They are key for us, for them, for balancing gut health, gut bacteria, healthy digestion, that normal immune function. This is one that we do from Bark and Whiskers. I think I get it from Chewy.com. Here are my favorite treats and chews. So we do, like I said, as natural as we can. For my happy fur baby is a woman locally. She has a trailer that she does events and everything for. But absolutely amazing. She makes these teeny little ones special for Pixie Girl, and they're just natural, safe ingredients. I know what's in them, just nothing added, no fillers or synthetics or chemicals or anything like that. Just nice, good treats. And they're teeny tiny, so they're the perfect size for Pixie Girl, but she has all kinds of different ones. So if you are local, check her out. Her name is Becky. For My Happy Fur Baby, go find her on Facebook. I don't know if she ships or not, but it's definitely worth looking into. Another one then for freeze-dried treats like chicken. We use obviously Pet Club freeze-dried liver, but the chicken, salmon, those kinds of ones. And then of course all natural chews. So cow tail and lamb ear and those kinds of things that don't have any of the extra dyes and junk and just harsh everything about them. We get from Choose for Paws. They're out of Arizona. They do ship. You can order online, but they come to a lot of our events here locally, and you get to pick things in person, and it's great. So I always pick the teeny tiny little ones, but they have things for up to the big dogs, obviously, too. Before I fully move on, the Terrazymes, I guess I should have put here at the end too, just to go back and really reiterate how we use them with her diet there morning and night to help with digestive. They are the digestive enzymes to help break down the food, especially that raw diet. Like even for you guys, for humans, having that, depending what you're eating will determine how many you need to take. So definitely worth having for your pets with their meals as you do things that way. Here we have some social media things. Follow her along there. So we have her Instagram. And when I say her, it is Pixie, right? The little Yorkie. But on her pages, we do all things pet health. So when we talk about how I break up the New Vet, wafers, we have videos of them on there. How I unpack and what the Darwin's looks like. How I put the Terrazymes in her food and the special sauce. All those things we have videos of. So go check those out. We have lots of pet DIYs, just a lot of fun that way. And then, of course, TikTok, that's huge now. Pixie's Apothecary, that one is not just pet stuff. We do have all of our doTERRA and essential oils and just wellness in general over there, pets and people all together. Lots of fun videos. If you are around locally, February 20th is Love Your Pet Day, and we are having a workshop in person here. So reach out for that information. We'll get you the location and all of that for it. Yeah, last but not, do we have any questions? Last but not least. So this is something that's always fun at the end of the class is people get to comment, put in the chat bar their questions that we have or a lot of the times they want to do it privately so that we can really delve in and talk about things. So that is something that I open up to everyone. Message me, text me, call me, social media, whatever it is, and we will figure out the solutions for you. If you're listening to this going, oh gosh, I need that. I need better sleep. I need, better digestion. We have those solutions for you. Immune support, those chronic issues stemmed from gut health and need the foundations, we can help you and your pet. So reach out and we'll come up with the protocols and bundles and everything to get you what you need to get going on your wellness journey for you and your pets. So thank you guys for joining.